there's a city that knows the proper way to smash a guitar, yeah, it is this city of rock and roll. Man, in the footsteps of Hendrix, Cobain, and so many others. Another one has been shattered to pieces before kickoff here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. The ball is teed up, kicking team looks ready, and off we go from Cleveland. Ty Johnson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
He won the MVP award. We all knew he'd capture at some point of his career. And to me, Katie really did so because he further elevated everybody around him. That's what MVPs do. It's exactly what Josh did a season ago.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Allen comes out throwing. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
2nd down. Here's Allen again. Into traffic. Complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here he goes. 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at 4th and long. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard? Well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield? That's the cherry on top.
His work begins at the 31. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And they're brought out by the rookie who was the talk of the NFL draft, Brock. 1st-round hype, but didn't go until the 5th round. It's Shedeur Sanders.
People who get stuck on the last name or draft day fall will lose sight of the QB that this guy can be in the NFL. Confidence is a funny thing, especially from the outside, to judge what it may look like, what it may sound like, but I know this. You got to have it to play in this league.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. Has some daylight through the 40. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, before the snap, you know, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Will this drive continue? Here comes third down. Third and long for him here. That one's caught. Judy has it. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A big completion for the rookie out of Colorado. It gets his guys a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Now their opening drive's certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. To the air on first down. Sanders hits him on the in route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They send the tight end in motion. From the pistol, here's Perkins. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Play action, Sanders. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. This one's caught. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days. When you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal.
Well, as they get deeper and deeper into this side of the field, they need him to become the guy who makes those plays in the biggest of moments. And that may not show up as a big old pass play and utilizing his arm, but it was his fortitude and his strength to move the sticks and may just be the catalyst for a touchdown.
Judkins is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
This is Andre Schmidt to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bills nothing.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Johnson with a return here. He dodged the tackle. The Buffalo offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Well secured by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
First down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Browns are in the nickel for this 3rd down call. Throw here, 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. He'll have the 1st down and even more. Off to the races, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level, because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Matt Prater for the point after try. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bills tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the 2nd time. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, Judkins. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking out of the gun, Sanders. Short pass brought in. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Browns first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Finds the in route complete. And he doesn't get the chance to add on to that play, but this still has him across the midfield stripe all the way down to the opposing 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On first down, here's Sanders. A little screen pass for Judkins. Escapes the defender, and he's taken down at the 30. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Sticking to the air here. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
Kind of feel like we're watching a welcome to the NFL moment for this rookie quarterback. Hey, kid, yeah, the rush gets here a little bit faster at this level than it does the college game.
After the sack could really use a big play here on second down. It's 2nd and 15. Now Sanders. Sends this to the end zone. And he will have them a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns break the tie here in the first. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used a pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
And this is Schmidt for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. And here is Schmidt to send this away. Johnson now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. First call here coming from the shotgun. Play action now, Allen. This finds Cooks, complete. Hit almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs from 37. Allen now on first down. Into the hands of Knox, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, the both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks. And I'm looking for that to be called again.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. The Browns on top early. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Allen on 3rd down. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a 1st down here. So after the call, defense in a much different spot. Instead of forcing a 4th down, it's back to 1st. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Allen. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. That's what he knows he should have had. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'll be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Allen on 3rd and short. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bills have a 1st down.
That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. They'll cobble together a yard there. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Allen looking to throw. Connection made to Shakir. And he's brought down after a short gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Allen to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Browns get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
The Browns and quarterback Shedeur Sanders ready to get back to work. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Play action, Sanders. Throw right side, caught by Njoku. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Connection made to Judy. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Third and just 2 to go. Shotgun hands off here for Dunkins. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. This is Cook, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Making the tackle, Shelby Harris.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
The Bills with a punt team out there. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. Feels this clean at the 30. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Brought in right side. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Zone read. This is Judkins. Got the give on the zone read, and the defenders were waiting for him. He goes down for a loss. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and at times stuffing the run.
Sanders now on 3rd down. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. Or 2.
The Browns are lining up to punt. Khalil Shakir to return this one for the Bills. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Here's a screen for Cook. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. On the sneak, it's Allen. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Cook. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Allen setting up play action. Dump off to his fullback. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now run by Cook. Across midfield at the 45. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
24-yard gain on the play. And
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down throw for Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bills first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he's going to be bottled up right at the line as we reach the 2-minute warning. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he gets this forward to the 19.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Five men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here he goes, 3rd and long. The first down, and he's still going. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
It's a gain of 18.
The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
The 1-yard line.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Davis will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. And out from the pistol to Cook. And he's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Palmer motioning right. 3rd and goal for Allen. And that is incomplete. They're trying for the end zone, but no luck yet, Brock. That forces 4th and goal. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
It's a designed run for him. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Whether they were keyed on him expecting that run or in case of a throw, it worked either way for the defense. When the QB broke for the line, they broke with him, and they drug him down short of the sticks.
Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And this is close to their end zone. They have got to be careful, but there is still enough time. They could mount something of a drive here. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And the power play up the gut results in 2 yards.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room. No margin for error.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Another game to Judkins. We will have this to up around about the 15-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for our Browns. First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Had a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Now Prater on to send it away.
Set to kick off.
Brings in the kick at the 9. Shoots away from one. A pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Browns have the football first to start the 3rd, and here comes their offense. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Cut out left. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 43. Sanders going to look to throw. Catch made over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Working out of the gun, Sanders. Big strike downfield to Judy. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. That goes for 32 yards. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. From the red zone on 1st. Shoves one away. Catch made left side by Judy. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Number 3, Jerry Judy. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Sanders will keep it. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow the lead coming out of halftime. knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
And this is Schmidt for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns double their lead to 14.
Bills 7.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. On the return, here's Ray Davis. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bills set to take over offensively. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. This is Cook on the handoff. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Finds him over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
It's a designated keeper for Allen. Very small gain, if anything here, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And motion a tight end left. Here's Cook. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. To the air on 3rd and long. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. To throw now is Sanders. Steps up and he's running with it. And give him the 1st down on that run, partner, as Sanders slides to a stop.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for a Browns 1st down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Browns first down.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
First and 10 from the 32. It's Judkins on the counter. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Caught on the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Third and long for him here. A little bit of screen pass for Judkins. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
So the Browns sending out Andre Schmidt on this fourth down. From the left hash, this will be from 50. He had all the distance and just enough accuracy to send it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
He had the distance dial. The accuracy, maybe not so much. But from that distance, you could excuse being a little off one way or the other. The upright, it helped him there. And that really is all that matters.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Johnson with a return here. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. On first down, Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on second down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Now he's past the 25. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Working inside the red zone. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it'll be second and goal. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. That one connects.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Need a touchdown here as they line up for 3rd and goal. To the air again, Allen. And this is Cox. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Prater on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills cut the lead down to 10.
24. Bills 14.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Browns and quarterback Shedeur Sanders ready to get back to work. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff now to Judkins. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Browns 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Play action, Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's going to get down safely. Picked up close to 6. Nice call on his part there, but it does leave them now with a 3rd down.
As a quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. But a short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Air it out on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
The Browns are lined up to punt. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Bills and wide receiver Brandon Cook set to take over now. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Allen. That's brought in downfield by Kincaid. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 24 yards on that one. Yeah, that's good for a Buffalo first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Palmer coming in motion left. 1st down throw for Allen. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Running it after the penalty. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled there by Jerome Baker.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Allen on 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. Back out now comes the Browns offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. On the give, here's Judkins. And he comes through big here. 9 yards, it's 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
It's 2nd and inches at the 23-yard line.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. The throw right side, caught by Njoku. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Browns ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. From the gun, Judkins. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Completed over the middle. And give him the 47-yard line, Brock, as he's nestled up right near that first down marker.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Browns first down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And we got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders. He's silent for it.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bills' 42-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Now Sanders gets it to him on the screen. He dodged the tackle, and he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That play good for 17 and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Judkins running between the tackles. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
16 more yards.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and say these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. But they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. One more time with Judkins. And he's in for the touchdown. The Browns can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
And this is Schmidt for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns take a 3-possession lead.
31, Bills 14.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the puncher, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Allen. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Second down, Allen throwing again. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, can sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
They'll throw, third and long. Look at that power, deep left side. He drops it! Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up fourth and long.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He's loaded another one up. Brought in inside the 20. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on fourth down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target. And now it's second down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. To throw again, it's Allen. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a fourth down decision. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
A 34-yard attempt.
Prater puts it through. And the gap closes to 14 points.
If they wanted any kind of shot here, Kate, to come back in this game, that field goal had to go through and make it a two-score game. That's only the first of what would need to be several steps here in a hurry to have a chance to try to pull this out.
Now Prater on to send it away. His return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Browns back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10. This might be a free play for him. He's on the in route. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Defense.
So they'll decline this and take the result. First down from the 42. Judkins up the middle. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Another one for Judkins. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. He's denied the score as they finally get him down at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's another Browns first down.
After such a magnificent run, quick story time. My first NFL start. Ricky Watters does the same thing, gets the ball inside and near that goal line. And I get in the huddle, Ricky says, give Ricky the ball. Time to give Ricky the ball. You pay off a running back after such a tremendous effort.
1st and goal, Judkins. And he's across. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns make it a 3-score game in the 4th.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this, other than simply splendid?
And this is Schmidt for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns stretch their lead to 21.
Browns 38, Bills 17.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bills to the quarterback, Josh Allen, ready to get back to work now on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's the kind of yardage, it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now Allen has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Allen to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They gain 11 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So 1st down from the 41. Back to throw now, Allen. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
Such a big part of that breakup, Kate, or any breakup as a corner, is your positioning relative to the target and really the timing of it all. You can be in the right spot, but if you don't time it, that ball is still caught at this league. That corner played that one nearly perfectly.
Allen on the play action. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down. Well, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the fourth quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up fourth down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort.
Before going out. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
First and 10. Here's Allen. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got first down here from the 36. Again, Allen to the air. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to second down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Here's second and 10 now from the 36. Allen gonna throw again. Yet again, he finds Shakir. And they take him down right along the 30.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here they go, getting set for third and 4. To the air again, Allen. This is brought in by Coleman. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Bills have a first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Another pick bounces off their hands in the end zone, Brock. Back-to-back chances to escape the field, and they dropped both interceptions. Nearly an interception on that play, and now they face second down. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. Second down, here's Allen again. And this is going to be a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills get it back to within 2 possessions. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Prater adds the PAT. And the Bills get it back to a 14-point game.
38, Bills 24.
Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Shotgun handoff here for Jenkins. And he has this down to the 34. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts.
Yards on the play. And the Browns, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Working out of the gun, Sanders. Brought in right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Now, just before the 2-minute warning can hit, Brock, whistles and a timeout taken by this defense.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Zone read, this is Jenkins. And he has a gain of 4 on the run, which runs us up to the 2-minute warning. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns feeling good with a 14-point advantage. Here's Judkins on 2nd down. And they find them after just a yard. It's 3rd down. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go.
No springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Finds him over the middle. He has the 1st down for the Browns, and that should be enough to clinch them this victory.
That's another Browns first down. 1st
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. So the Browns come away with the win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.